All right, this is one of the newer Toyota exteriors. Under their mission, we will not make boring cars anymore. And this coming around the front here, yeah, you get the LEDs. It's definitely an interesting looking interior. Nice rims. I think those are 19s if I'm recalling correctly on this particular model. And yeah, it's just a good looking SUV. It's conservative, yet I'd say it's handsome. It almost has a, it's kind of the way the Germans are going with that, almost more like raised minivan hatchback kind of look. More wagony than SUV. How it's curved off, but I don't know about you guys, I know it's subjective, but I like that. This is a great car, as you can see, to take to the lake. So the interior is very nice. I've been using it for the week. As you can see, I filled it up with cups and other toys, but it's in there. Nice, crisp, clear gauges, kind of the leather stitch look on the steering wheel, you know, leather stitch look all around. Decent stereo. And then this is actually kind of interesting, the trim. It looks like carbon fiber, but it's just a painted plastic. Coming down to the console here, lots and lots of storage here. That's one of the best things I like about this SUV. Heated seats, no cooled seats on this model. I believe you can get them on the higher trim. And then this slides back very deep, and it slides forward. Rear climate control. There are many chargers and video inputs, and then there's these cup holders as well as captain chairs back here. So it's pretty comfy, nice interior, nice quality leather. You know, Toyota does that right. This is an option, but it's definitely one that's worthwhile for if you have kids. Sunshades in the back here, as well as climate control vents here, and for the rear seats, which is pretty cool. A little subwoofer action back down there, it looks like. And then, yeah, let me show you. It can store many boxes, as you can tell, it's plenty of storage back there. It's definitely up there with the Pilot, which is, I think, this car's chief competitor, I would argue. What is super nice about this car, though, is I can, like, fold my legs back here, so 2 6-foot people can not only ride back here, but they can ride comfortably. That's awesome. Some of the self-driving tech on this car is pretty cool. There's voice control, which, again, you'd rather use Siri or the Android voice system. There are volume controls, radio controls. It's kind of weird. You have to hold this to mute. I would have thought like an extra mute button wouldn't hurt, but that's kind of being nitpicky. So this is how you control the infotainment center, which I'll show you in a bit. And then there has the lane departure warning system, lane departure alert, and active steering, which is cool. Is the button down here changes the distance on the radar, guided cruise control. And so let me show you what these buttons do. So you get a lot of options down here. You get range. That's about 22.7 mixed driving, so not bad. It's pretty fuel efficient. Eco mode, which kind of tells you how you're doing. Eco warning, the stay awake feature, which I've pioneered on Mercedes, and now Toyota has it as well. Compass, this ties in with the GPS. Your radio features, this is kind of cool if you have the cruise control on. It shows the cars in front of you and like the radar guided system, and then if you change the distance, you can set that there. And there's a, you know, start stop, how much time it saved you, if there's any messages. And then this is all the safety tech, which there's quite a lot of here. Toyota's kind of doing great work there. Pop-up display, I thought that was a head-up display, but this is just if you have your nav on. This blue gauges here, the rear climate control is fully controllable from up here, temperature and on off, and then everything else is controlled back there, which is nice. Good climate control system, keeps the car nice and cool even in this Texas heat. As you can see, first thing in the morning, it's 84 degrees. So I'm not going to talk about driving dynamics on this guy as much as I normally do because it's a big SUV. If that's something you care about, let me just briefly touch on it. Driving dynamics wise, in this class, it's probably Mazda CX-9. Honda Pilot just barely inches this out. That's subjective though. It just seems to have a little bit tighter steering, and it has you can do some more sport functions, whereas here you can only do a sport function on the transmission, so that's kind of a bummer. But it's good. The engine's good. It's not, I'm going to say fast or powerful, but for this class of SUV, it is both of those things. You know, it definitely has some good pickup and go, and you know, I was able to do 100 when I was able to legally do that places. The steering is, you know, pretty good, basically equal with the Honda, might be a little lighter. The Mazda is more like their German competitors, you know, the Audi or the BMW, the Mazda steering, you know. So what Toyota does with this is they're competing really with Honda, the way I see it, and maybe Hyundai, you know, now. I don't know what And then as the Americans go, I guess this it's not quite like up there with the Expedition, maybe the Ford Explorer. It's in kind of a unique class, I think, but people always tell me, you know, as competitors, let me know in the comments, competitors I'm not thinking of. I've probably driven them, I'm just not thinking of them right now. Lots of space, pretty much equal to the Pilot. The back entry is actually kind of nice because it has more space than the Mazda. It's about equal to the Pilot. You know, just getting stuff in there, and it has the third row. Pretty spacious seats because the middle ones slide forward and back. Of course, it's Toyota, so the interior is finished, you know, very nicely, nice leather, you know, nice plastics. You know, all the Japanese are pretty good about that, generally speaking. Even though this is a, you know, painted on looking material, it looks nice from far away if you don't like touch it and realize it's not actually like a carbon fiber kind of material. It does the job. Coming down here, even though this one doesn't have all-wheel drive, it does have stability control in a snow mode, which is kind of nice on a front-wheel drive SUV. I wouldn't want to get stuck where I needed my back wheels to push me out. But, you know, it does have a snow mode, which helps, you know, reduce getting stuck in the snow if your front wheels can dig you out. Gorgeous storage in there. Multiple chargers, a cigarette port. Very smart adaptive cup holders down here, so they can go bigger or smaller, or you can just take it out altogether if you want to go really big. Sport mode I was talking about down there. Nice seats, you know, the kind of this pattern in there is nice with the stitching. Again, Toyota does nice interiors. Also a nice feature on this guy that you don't see on some SUVs here, not a heated steering wheel on this particular model, maybe you can get it, but there is a heated windscreen in addition to the heated rear window. All these SUVs win. There's storage here, more cup holders down here, sorry for the beeping, more storage here, the big console, you know, and the big huge glove box, as well as the storage here. Nice beefy glove box. The manuals take up only about a quarter of it. So that is a win on this car. All the versatility, which you'd expect on a big SUV. The no dual moonroof setup, but that's actually kind of the norm for this class, no panoramic, because often these entertainment centers get in the way and stuff like that. You have to go in the headrest if you want that. So, you know, just a normal sliding moonroof, which for 2017, 2018 is kind of disappointing. What I do like, though, is feature-wise, there is a frameless mirror on there. That looks really classy, and there's just this single button. I definitely appreciate that, and of course sunglass holder, all the standard amenities up here. Nice. So it's tinted and sunscreen, so you stay pretty cool back there along with those vents. Power seats, but the bolsters, you know, can come in and out there. I did not expect the rolling bolster on, you know, this class of SUV. That was kind of a nice bonus. Love these I think they're 19-inch rims, and they are Eco Plus as well, so that helps with the fuel economy well. And this is probably one of my favorite features. Not all SUVs in this class have this. Obviously, power up close liftgate. Let me show you just how slow it goes. 20 years later, it's very slow. I didn't even speed this up or slow it down. And it goes down just as slowly as it comes up. But it is a low area to get your stuff in, so that's nice. It's just shockingly slow. I don't know if that's something on my production vehicle, or an owner can probably tell me. But what I do love, that power liftgate being slow might not matter as much as you think, because there's this button here. Not all SUVs in this class have that, and that's a nice little touch. A lot, though, just have the single hinge. So you can throw your groceries. You have a really nice storage area back there, even with these seats up. It's pretty impressive. And then you got, you know, your accessory port back there, and you can do a cargo net if you fold these seats down. So it's very versatile. Toyota's really good at that. You know, again, not everyone has that glass. I like that. It's probably not gonna sway your decision one way or another, but again, check out, not every SUV in this class has that.
Well, next time, my speedy racers, drive on.